Can you even see me?
And we are live. Yes, we can see you, Linda. How look at that. So there you go, guys. See my show. Here's my hand. Unfortunately, we've only got
You
one
can't see
webcam
my
here,
shell.
so which is probably a good thing.
No, can't
Anyway,
see my shell tonight.
exactly right. Anyway, guys, if you're watching this in the replay, welcome and thank you for joining us. Make sure you come back at all times and make sure you do that, click that little bell thing and subscribe and all that sort of good stuff. So we're going to get straight into the Oz GeoMaster here at Wollongong. Now, no, tomorrow
Yes,
we're in Wollongong.
we are in Wollongong.
You got a beanie on.
Yeah,
Is
well,
it chilly?
it's starting to get chilly. Yes, it is indeed starting to get a bit cold.
It is.
Yep.
So right now it's about 5 p.m. here down in Wollongong, and the sun is setting quite nicely, actually.
Yep.
How's your days been? How many days have we been here so far for now?
That is good. The actual OZGeomuster Mega event started on Saturday,
Yep, yeah.
and it is going until Tuesday morning.
Right.
So yeah, you've been here since Friday. Is that correct?
Yeah. I drove down on Thursday, Friday, and set up my swag. We do have a little bit of internet connections, and we do apologise for that, people. I can just see it flickering as we as we speak. We are on a banded Wi-Fi / shared with everyone else's phones
All these
and computers.
geocaches using their phones to do geocaching.
Funny
Like,
that
oh my
all the
gosh.
labs. Oh, speaking of the
All
labs,
the labs.
have you done them all?
Don't even
Can we talk
to me
about?
no,
Can we
don't
talk about?
to me about the labs. Yeah. Okay. So my phone. Okay, it's not just my phone. A lot of people have been having trouble with the actual Adventure Labs app, and it would appear that. Sorry, are you actually recording this separate or just on YouTube?
No, just on
Oh,
YouTube.
so if we're glitching, we're going to lose stuff.
That's no, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
nah.
well
It's
we
an Aussie
apologise if
podcast,
we
so it's
do.
yeah,
We
nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah.
Anyhow, so as I was saying, yeah, the Adventure Labs app has been mucking up for a lot of people this
Mm.
weekend, and yeah, some people have found that if you take the app off your phone and load it back on again, it works. I did that with mine, but
Yep.
mine refuses to acknowledge that my geocaching account even exists. So there is no tomorrow, people.
That's right.
Actually,
So
no, there's no tomorrow, which means
there is
actually,
tomorrow because it's a double negative. That's right. That's true.
so
Exactly
there's no
right.
tomorrow.
So how many labs did you get done?
None.
Oh.
Zero.
How many
In the
were
whole
available
area.
here?
Tell me how many in this whole area, including the one that we started at the other
Yes.
day.
Yes.
How many are there in total that I should be getting?
40. 40.
Including the one out of town.
Yes.
40 Adventure Labs, and I have how many?
Yes.
Zero.
I shouldn't laugh because you know what, it would frustrate the living heck out of me to the point where I would actually go down to a mobile phone shop and buy a real phone, being an Apple iPhone. Anyway,
that's
that's
the thing,
another
though.
point.
I'm not actually about the numbers, so I actually kind of sort of don't care.
I know.
I've actually been able to enjoy looking at the actual lab caches.
Yes.
And
Yes.
seeing how they work.
Yep.
But I just can't log them.
Yeah.
So it's okay for me.
That's right.
I'm
That's
fine,
right.
I'm
That's
happy.
right. So, guys, if you're listening to this somewhere, anywhere in the Scout area at the moment, I'm not sure of who's actually watching live, but if you are watching live, come down and say g'day. We do have presents. We do have prizes to give away for those of you who don't want to have a chat.
Hello to. It's only Barney is online watching right now.
Oh, it's only. Oh, you're online watching. How good are you?
There's actually a few people online, but one person's commented so far.
Oh, look at you! You're tech savvy and everything. You know what? I should actually get online too and have a look. But in the meantime, do we have anyone who wants to talk to us right
I'm
now?
actually sitting in the guest seat
You
right
are.
now.
Yeah.
So because the camera is here for them.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I've got to move out of that seat now and make way for our first guest. If you'd like to introduce
Are we going to talk to none other than, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman itself, he used to be the former president of Geocaching New South Wales. His geocaching name is Zal Garath, and I did pronounce that correctly because I've said it a few times now. He has a woodworking business. Now, this woodworking business is called Fixit Fingers. And as you can see by his thumb, he he's true to form with his actual name. So Fixit Fingers, he's on YouTube. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. Jump on YouTube, look up Fixit Fingers, Fixit Fingers as normal, and you'll see all his YouTube channel stuff. Now, what's going on? You joined up to this. You are a geocacher and now turned woodworker. Is that right?
Yeah, so get close to this thing.
Yeah.
So about 8 months ago now,
Mhm.
I decided I wanted a giant path tag holder
Yep.
for my path tag collection.
Yes.
I had basically never picked up a tool before and didn't really own any.
Yeah.
And over that time period, I've been practicing and learning off many really great woodworkers on YouTube. It's good, not just at geocaching, people.
No,
You can
that's
actually
right.
learn stuff. It's great.
Funny that.
And so self-taught, and of course, as soon as I made my really big, nice path tag holder, I had people going, "Well, that's nice. Can you make me one?"
Mhm.
I said, "Well, that would be challenging, but what I can do
Have
is
a look
make
at this.
these." So
Oh, I like that.
Look at
for
that.
the event, I've batched out a few different designs. That's the little mini
Yep.
Australia one.
Perfect.
12.
So just before we go further, for those of you who are actually listening to the podcast and not watching it, what he just holding up then was actually a map of Australia, including Tasmania. We can't forget about that. They've all got circles. Oh, look at that. We're going to get nice and close to the camera. They've all got actual circles cut out for the path tags. Are they little magnets that hold the
They're
path tags in?
Yeah, magnets.
Oh,
for
so
path
that's
tags.
interchangeable as
They'll hold
well.
it, you can move them around.
You can
Yep,
move
yep.
around. Look at that. Now these are still available, obviously, on your you got an online store
So you
or
can get them
just
through Facebook, or if you're
Facebook?
here at the Mega,
Yes.
and tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, coming
Yep.
to the Red Joe tent, they're still
Yep.
available there, and a few different designs as well.
awesome.
And I'm also available for custom jobs like the big
Yes.
ones too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No dramas. So tell me, I can see the circles though, where the path tags. What size did you get? How did you come out with that sort of size circle?
I'd say that's a trade secret, but if you go onto my YouTube channel, you'll see exactly how.
Oh,
I
there
made
you
them.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
tricky.
look, it is tricky to do, and there are a few better ways of doing it, which I won't bore you with here. But
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are all for the moment handmade
Yep.
and batched out in small numbers.
Mhm.
And I said, when you make the big ones, that's the really fun part.
Yes.
But the reason I'm here today, particularly apart from attending my first mega, would you believe, 10 years.
Your
of,
first
10
First
years
mega
of caching,
ever.
my
First
first mega
mega.
and my 5,000th
Wow.
fine will be here too.
5,000 fine as well. Well done.
Yes,
Congratulations.
so-
Congratulations on that.
But anyway, I came on as a bronze level sponsor
Oh, yes,
for
yep.
this. And part of that is going to be this lovely thing.
Okay.
Oh,
So
like
this is
that.
my most recent project. It is a giant wooden version of the 2019 Geo coin.
The
for
OZGeomuster
the
coin.
Mega.
Oh, it is too. It is too.
There you
So
go.
again, guys, if you're listening to
Oh,
this, just describe it
wow.
for you. It is actually quite a large. What size do you reckon that would
So it's
be, roughly?
45 centimeters by 40 centimeters.
There we go. 45 by 40. And it is a large timber. It's really nice. What you got stripes? How do you make those stripes and
That's all
stuff in
resin
there?
filled. So it's carved out of so the
Ah,
bits of wood glued together, carved
yes.
out in the shape of the coin, and then
Right.
filled with resin to look like a geo.
Like a geo coin.
So
Exactly
it's got
right.
a lighthouse and a wave, a blue. I like the blue resin.
Sparkly
That's
bits.
beautiful.
That blue
Yeah.
looks really good.
And the way you get your hands on this, it's a one-off, never to be remade.
Oh, so you're not actually making these for people to buy?
Well, this one
This
here,
one's special.
one here is made for the committee
Mhm.
of the mega event. And what's going to happen is, if you come down tomorrow, I'll still be here. Still time to enter. You drop one of your path tags or
Mhm.
any path tag, you'll get a raffle ticket. And then at the closing ceremony, we'll draw out the raffle ticket, and there'll be two prizes. There will be this.
Yep.
And then the other prize will be the small Australia one and every path tag that has been used
Oh.
to enter the competition. Last count, there's
Oh,
about
wow.
150 of them. Don't quote
Oh.
me on that.
Oh, wow. So you get all of those path
So you get the
tags.
first person drawn out of the raffle gets their choice. They can either take the giant proxy geocoin or take all the path tags and one of the little
So-
path tag holders.
So no, tomorrow I've got myself
Yes.
a brand spanking new batch of 500 path tags for the Geocaching Down
Ooh.
Under. Would you be okay
For
with
the
me?
podcast?
Yeah, for the podcast. Sorry.
I know, yes.
I can see where this is going.
Would you be happy for me chucking all 500 in this
No,
one?
maybe
'Cause-
not all 500.
Oh, we win them back. We win them back. I'm sure of it. I'm
Back,
sure.
You reckon you've got 500 tickets for us to enter the draw? Is that right?
Those would be pretty good odds, but
Yeah.
geez, you'd be cranky if you didn't.
Oh, wouldn't you what? Because they are costly in this day and age. You know,
But
that's
if
the
we
thing.
put all 500 in, then the one person who wins it gets them all.
They get
and
all 500
nobody
of
else
them.
will ever get any.
No,
This is
No
true.
one
This
else
is true.
will
Like our
get any.
Patreons as well.
Wouldn't we?
They wouldn't get any
I
either.
think some of our fans might like some.
maybe 100.
Oh, they would. They
maybe
would.
100.
Yeah.
That's good odds.
100. Yeah, we might do 100 then. But still, they are pricey. But speaking of pricey, well, not pricey, but prices. With the coins,
The
the path
small
tag
Australian
holder, the
one, yeah.
Australia
Yep.
one. What sort of price were we looking at
So
for
I've
that?
got two models. This one
Yep.
here is going for $40.
Yep.
Limited release, holds 12. And there's a square one that holds 15 and some geocoins, but
Yep.
they're actually only $30
Right.
because they're easy to make.
Oh,
completely
okay,
honest.
yeah,
Not as
'cause-
much time goes into those.
Absolutely.
You know what? I reckon that one there with the Australia
It
would go
looks
really
cool. It
well with
looks
my
cool.
actual geocaching Australia coins.
Well, that's, you know what?
Because I've got a heap of those, just geocaching Australia ones.
And I'll be honest as well. Zal Goriath here, he's a big GCA fan as well, and everyone caches their own way. Not a problem. I don't have an issue with that. Let's move on. You actually made it though for that purpose,
That's
didn't
what
you?
the
Yeah.
whole reason I got in. It shows that hobbies are hobbies. So I became a geocacher.
Yep.
Got into path tags, and then wanted some way to display my path tags. So taught myself woodworking. It's just a
Yep.
real waterfall
Yes.
rabbit hole.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Well, it's probably good for you, is it?
Oh, look, it's good. So
Yeah, good
geocaching
hobby.
gets you outside. You get active hobbies.
Yeah.
At
Yep.
work, I'm mostly thinking and using my head more than anything else. So to
Yeah.
pick up another hobby where I get to use my hands,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a nice
Bonus.
round.
And you're not allowed
Nice.
to use box cutter at work anymore, are you? No.
We've
No.
changed ways we do things at work now. Yeah, I've been good for the health and safety services
Yes.
to the New South Wales government. Yeah,
Yep.
it's been great.
No, it's good. It's good. Thank you for coming and saying good day.
No worries,
David,
guys.
your work is absolutely superb. Now, don't forget, guys, Fixit Fingers, Fixit Fingers as normal on YouTube and Facebook, is it?
Yep,
As
and
well?
come down 9 o'clock tomorrow, enter the competition, pick up a path tag holder, and have a chat.
There you go, guys. So make sure you come down. If you're local here in Wollongong, come down, have a chat, and James here is all happy to answer any of your questions.
Best of luck to everyone in the comp.
Yes,
Look at that.
yes.
Yes.
all right.
Closing ceremony gets drawn
Thank
Monday
you.
night.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
thanks so much
Zagorad.
thanks for
Thank
attending,
you.
and
Alright.
thanks for the chat, mate.
Now, we
Very,
have
very
some
good.
more people here to
Who else
visit.
do we have?
Who got next?
Who else do we have?
I
Look
think-
at this. Oh, we do. Yes, we do.
We have some visitors from afar coming up next.
Yes, we do.
So let's
Just, yeah, around. There we go. We're just sorting out our chairs, and here they are. So we have these
Alright.
lovely geocaches I personally met last year. Danny and Danny, also known as Great Caches, and great caches they are. G'day, guys. How you going?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very, very well. Now, you guys, you come all the way from West Virginia?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
West Virginia, wow. And tell us about your trip so far.
Our trip's
Yeah.
been wonderful so far.
Where did you come from to?
We came from
We flew out of Baltimore
Yeah,
to layover in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Then we stopped in Hawaii for a few days
yeah.
in Honolulu and traveled around the whole island, the
Yeah.
one island there. And
Oh,
then,
yes, yep.
And then we moved on from there to New Zealand, lost a day in translation.
I hope you weren't on a streak at all. No, you're not on a streak.
No,
No.
yeah.
straight.
That's all right. That's all right. So yeah, from then to New Zealand. How cold was it in New Zealand?
It was pretty cold, but
It was cold.
but we weren't in a camper van there, so that was good.
Oh yes.
We were hoteling there,
Oh,
so
Oh, so you're
So,
actually hoteling
yeah,
in
yeah,
New Zealand? Yep,
yeah,
yep. Very
so-
good. And yeah. So New Zealand. Did you go both North and South Island,
We
or
flew to Auckland
Yeah.
and just had a layover, and then we flew to Wellington,
right?
went on the ferry from
Yes.
Wellington.
So we did.
to
We
Picton.
just
That's
did the
really
north,
nice.
Wellington of the North Part. Got the
Right.
oldest geocache in
Right.
Zealand,
Yes.
and-
Yes.
in Wellington. Then we moved on to the South Island.
Right. Okay. So
We
that
only had
was how
4
many days?
there.
4
so
days.
4 days. there.
Yeah. No, you cannot do
Yeah,
any part of New
it's-
Zealand in
it's-
4 days. You're gonna have to
it-
go back.
it's-
Sorry,
yeah,
guys. You're gonna have to
it's-
go.
It was just to get the year 2000 caches mostly.
We only travel for just for the purpose of geocaching. I love it.
Yeah.
So from there, you then flew to Melbourne.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
And that's where you. Well, actually, before you flew to Melbourne, you had a rented car in New Zealand.
Yes.
Yes.
First
So
time driving on the
on the other side of the road, we'll
not
call
the
it.
right side of the road.
And on the other side of the car as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
I did see a photo of you guys on Facebook,
Yes.
and it was a photo, Danny, of your hands on the steering wheel. Your knuckles were white.
We were in a tunnel, man. It was my first tunnel.
I love it. Now,
And I was in the back seat.
I was going to say, Danielle, where were you? You're in the
I
back
was
seat.
behind the driver, who could not sit in the front seat.
So even behind the
Behind
driver,
The driver.
you couldn't sit on the other side without having being in control.
That's
Were
right.
your feet always tapping or moving, and
They were.
your hands were looking for the steering wheel?
She was more afraid of me hitting something on the left
Yeah.
side, though.
I love it. That's great. That's great. But you've what do you call it? Acclimatized to it now. Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
done
it
very
seems
well
pretty
now.
natural.
Yeah,
Seems pretty natural
And
now.
now you're in the front seat.
I'm in the front seat.
Yes, job's done.
Finally.
Well,
Success.
Third day I was in the front seat.
I love it. I love it. So then, as I said, we go down to Melbourne now, and you hired a camper van. I saw that out there.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
You've got a camper van at home. What's it like compared to your home camper van or RV, you guys call it?
Our home camper van is smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
Not as long.
Not as long.
Yeah.
Has heat, which
Yeah.
this one did not.
No heater?
No heater.
Oh, really?
No,
No
no heater.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was a little cold in Melbourne.
Very cold.
In Melbourne, it would be.
We
It
were
would be.
snuggling.
Yeah. That's why he's got a smile on his face. Anyway, so what's been your favourite parts of coming up the coast? Have you driven up the coast
Yes,
from
we've
Melbourne
come
all the way
Well,
through?
we went to Canberra.
Oh, Canberra, yeah, yeah,
Canberra?
yeah, Canberra. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Canberra. That's all right. No, that's okay. We understand. We understand exactly where everyone is.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so we came up the middle, I guess you'd say, from Melbourne to there, and we stayed in Yas. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
One
Yes,
night,
Yep.
and then we went to the old Parliament building. What was it called? The old Parliament building. The old.
Yeah, oh, yes, yeah.
And did
yeah.
a tour of that. That
Yeah.
was very interesting.
Yeah,
Learned
yeah.
a lot about your history.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It's not that much of it. It's only we're not that old of a country, but yeah.
No, but it was fascinating. And
Yeah.
then we did a little bit more touring in that area before we went across and did Geocache One, Earth Cache One.
Earth Cache
Earth Cache
one.
number
That
one.
was the most fabulous place.
That was a
That's right.
fabulous.
I
It
saw
is.
my first kangaroo.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Like not
right,
in the
right
wild?
there. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't our first
Well,
kangaroo
but-
sighting, but our first up close kangaroo
close,
sighting.
yeah.
Well, the other ones were way
Mm.
out there. And you couldn't
Yeah.
really see them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you could tell.
Yeah.
But this one was right by the car.
Right.
And then we got out and it was looking right at me.
Did it say anything? No, no joke.
That
So-
was very exciting for us because we
it is.
do not have kangaroos at home
No.
or
Of
in
course
the
not.
zoo at home. There
Of
are no
course not.
kangaroos.
Of course.
Not usually, yeah.
Six Flags, I do believe, have some red kangaroos. I've got that on the download, but anyway.
Maybe, but they're nothing like here.
No, no, not at all. But in saying that as well, a lot of Americans, as you understand, always think that Australia is all about things that can kill you. You know,
Yes.
Right.
snakes and
Yes.
spiders and everything
Yes.
else.
We've not
Yeah.
seen any of that.
There we go, people.
Yeah.
If
We
you're from
have not seen any of those.
if you're from America and you're scared to come to Australia because of that reason, here we go. Don't take my word for it. Take these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So, what other animals have you seen in the wild so far in your trip?
lots of different birds. The
Yeah.
Oh,
the
the
cockatoo
cockatiel.
yesterday, she
Oh,
really
the
was
cockatiel,
fascinating.
yes.
like-
yeah,
Oh my gosh, we
Yeah.
only see those in the zoo at home.
yeah, yeah.
Or someone's
Or
pet.
someone's pet.
You know,
Yes,
and they're
yes.
not that big either.
No, here they're huge.
Yeah,
We
they're
have
huge.
huge birds here.
Your birds are
that-
almost scary here. Almost
Yeah.
all your birds are
fly
scary here.
around. So that was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful colored birds that
Yes.
we do not have
yes.
except
like
for
rosellas and stuff like that too. Yep,
yes,
they're all here.
we
yeah.
have the cardinal, which is the red, but nothing is spectacular. as here.
Yeah, no. Our
Beautiful
bird life here
birds.
is really, really quite
is.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some birds around, like for instance, like a magpie. Have you heard about those?
Yeah. We
Yes.
saw
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of those.
Yes,
We
we've
saw
seen
them.
them.
You're here in winter, so they're harmless. Don't come in spring when their babies are being born because they become
Really
very
protective.
protective.
Right.
And we have been known to actually have to sort of try and move them all, range them or do other things to try and eliminate them sort of
Yes.
swooping. But in saying that though, you haven't seen any other dangerous animals at all.
None.
Mostly birds and stuff. Have you? I heard a story that you saw something else that you thought was.
We saw something on the side of the
Yeah?
road
What was that?
that was a,
We couldn't identify it at first.
did not know. It looked like a bear.
Like yeah.
It
I said it was
a
a 4 times size of a groundhog back home.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Look,
Yeah.
I guess wombat.
That's the one. Yeah, and you said it
Yes.
exactly right. Yeah,
Yes,
wombat.
we did.
Yeah, a wombat.
Several.
Yeah.
Most, but they were
poor-
all unfortunately they were all been dead along the road that we've
Yes, they
seen.
were.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, and
yeah.
kangaroos.
Sleeping,
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes, and I
Sleeping
was
with their
like,
legs up in the air.
we drive along. There's the kangaroo, and it's
Yep.
huge. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, we have deer at home that
Yes,
we
of
see all the
course, of
time,
course.
but
That's
Of
our
course.
biggest
yeah,
problem back
Yep.
home with hitting those. But
Yeah.
but
Let you know now, do not hit a wombat at all
Oh,
in a
no.
car because you will come off second best. they are little nuggets, like little
Yeah.
rocks. You know, they're,
they
they're
look like
incredible.
it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
really do.
A little fun fact for you: wombats actually their poop is square, like cubes. Very, very
Okay.
strange. At the same time, they always do it on a high part of an area, such as a pile of rocks or on a big log or something like that. So it's So there you go.
Strange.
If you don't believe me, research it, Google it. A wombat poop. There you go.
Sure.
It's a very
Yeah.
interesting fact. So you've come all the way up from the ACT to here.
yes.
What's it been like here at the Mega so far for you guys?
It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
People
We've
are
had a
so
great-
friendly here,
Yeah.
and we got in the car with geocachers we didn't even know and rode around the whole
Yeah,
town
yeah.
and just geocache. So
Yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah. So funny you say that, because I mean I do recall obviously 12 months ago when I was over there, I kind of went for a ride in a car that I didn't even know
Yes,
geocaching.
you did.
That's right.
guys,
That's
you
right.
guys.
That's right. It was.
Yep. So tell us, how many megas have you actually been to in total? Obviously, this is your first time in Australia.
Right. First one.
Yep.
First one
Nice.
overseas even.
Oh wow.
Yes.
First mega
First
overseas.
mega
Yeah.
overseas.
Yeah. So you've been to
Um,
a few though in the States.
Oh yeah, probably at least 10.
Yeah.
Or
Thinking.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 or
And-
12. I don't know.
And the Giga
I'd
as
have to
well.
look.
over there.
Yes, the Giga.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what do you find is the biggest difference as a mega event in Australia as opposed to the ones in the States? That's a good
Not a
question for
lot
you.
of difference.
No,
I
no, no.
mean, because most, the lab caches,
Yes. Yep.
most everybody likes to run off and cache,
Yes,
so
yeah,
it seems
yeah.
to be the same as back
Same,
home.
same.
Here, the
You know?
camping aspect is
Yeah.
bigger than they are at
Yes.
Now,
home.
we
That's
do
right.
have one
We have
mega back
one.
home that called Midwest Geobash. That's a ton of
Yes.
People-
campers at.
yes,
Oh
Tons
it's
of
wow,
campers.
wow,
camp-
wow.
So,
So you do have the
fairgrounds
camping
where
one.
people
but-
camp.
Yeah.
but
but
here
there's
the
less
camping
caravaning
aspect.
and all. Or
Mhm.
I guess that's how
Yeah.
you say caravaning.
Caravanning, yep,
Yes.
caravanning, yep, exactly right. We call them mostly the grey nomads here, because what they are is obviously the retired people, normally a couple,
Right.
and they just have a caravan and a car and just travel. They maybe go home maybe a total of 4 to 6 weeks a year to mow the lawns and collect the mail, that sort of thing. So yeah, so then from here, when do you guys leave the
Sometime
mega?
tomorrow we're going to head north
Yep.
towards Sydney
Right, yep,
and spend a day or two there,
yes,
and then we're going to head up definitely up the coast then
yes,
all the way up to Brisbane.
yeah, yep.
Brisbane.
Yeah,
Brisbane.
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 Oh, look at that! I love it.
We're
See,
trying to
So-
get it right.
got it.
Trying to get it right.
I spoke to you guys obviously the last couple of days, just for everyone's information. Danny here, he has like changed himself to metric as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
like you've come to the
Yeah. Yeah, I
the
can-
light.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's in kilometers now. He's
Yes.
My GPS is in
We're
kilometers now.
caching now. We know what the distance in-
Exactly.
in,
Yeah.
in metric,
Exactly.
which is amazing.
Temperature. Are you in Celsius yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like the
little-
temperature thing as much, but
a little harder to
you know,
calculate.
Yep.
one degree Celsius is much bigger difference.
Than Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Exactly
so-
right. I mean, for us,
so-
0 is freezing, and then 100 is boiling.
right.
Look,
right.
how simple is that? Yeah.
That is simple.
As
It's-
opposed to
it's right,
32,
but
32,
and
220. 220.
there we go. All right, guys, and don't
Thanks.
forget these guys. You're around for tomorrow and stuff as well. They are actually reviewers. Whereabouts do you guys do your reviewing for? Which state in the states?
We do Maryland and
Yep.
Washington D.C.
And Washington D.C. There you go. And you've been only new at the
Yeah, we've
How
been
long?
reviewers over a year, but we only
Yeah.
really officially started in October.
Yeah, yeah.
After our nice training
Yeah.
session.
And how are you finding everyone? Are they treating you nice as a
Yes.
reviewer?
Oh yeah. They roll out the red carpet for us
Oh,
everywhere.
yes.
Oh yeah, of course they do. Of course
Lots
they
of
do.
We don't expect
questions.
that. We don't expect
Lots of questions. Go to events.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
it's-
talk to
yeah.
us.
Absolutely,
We want to
absolutely.
know different things.
Exactly.
We're trying not to be any different,
No,
it's-
No, of
it's-
course
no.
not. Of course
But
not. Now,
any help we can give them
yes,
is
exactly right.
wonderful.
Exactly right.
It makes
Um,
our job easier.
That's right. Now, as other people don't realize as well, is that you guys are just as reviewers volunteers. So don't give you
Yes.
guys a hard time. You're just playing by the rules. You're just
Yeah, we're
enforcing
just
the
we're
rules.
just trying to
that's
make sure the
already there.
guidelines are being
Free
followed.
T-shirts
Yeah,
and
there you
name
go.
tags.
That's
There,
right.
what we got.
And if you do
It's
more
wonderful.
reviewing, they double your pay packet of 0 times 0 equals 0.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's
We
right.
get a coin,
Yes.
a couple coins. That's
Yes.
what we get.
But-
No,
But
perfect.
it's we
It's-
love
it's
love
wonderful.
doing it.
It really
It's
is.
a nice way to give back to the community.
It
It
is.
really
It is.
is.
It is.
Yes.
Well,
So-
thank you so much for joining
Thank
us,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the weekend that's here. Now, when do you actually fly home?
Saturday.
Saturday.
We
Saturday,
start home
so-
Saturday.
So less than a week.
Less than a week now.
Oh, so you got
About a
to
week
get,
now,
A week to
so-
get up the coast. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget, as you go through, Lane Cove is Australia's first ever geocache.
Yes. We need
In
to
Lane
get that.
Cove.
And
Yeah,
it's
you
a
need to get
virtual
one.
though, isn't it?
Yes,
So
it
it's
is
got
virtual now.
switched to a virtual
Yeah,
from
so
a
switched over to virtual.
Yeah.
Some nice reviewer slash, HQ switched over to a virtual for us. So that's really cool.
That's good. Yeah.
So yeah, it is a virtual. So make sure you get that. So
Okay.
thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
us, mate.
Appreciate
Enjoy,
it.
enjoy
Thank
the rest of
you.
your, the rest of
Love
your time,
this.
and we'll chat to you later.
Okay, thanks.
So cool. Thank you so much. Next up we have another. Oh, yeah. No, one sec. I'll just do Cully first. Yeah. Yeah, because he's been standing there the whole time. Jump in. No, jump in. And no, tomorrow, where are you going? I've got an extra microphone now. You've got to join in this conversation because we know tomorrow you love puzzles. And we have with us now. Yeah, you join as well. We have with us now the man himself, Mr. Cully Long. How you going, mate?
Pretty good.
That's the way. Now, if you don't know who Cully Long is, then you're not really a geocacher, but he is the author of How to Puzzle Cache.
Correct.
Yes. And tell us how it's you've had the Mega here. This is sorry, I'll start again. First time in Australia?
It is my first time in Australia.
Yep.
Yes. I was down to New Zealand 2 years ago, but
Yes.
This is the first time over the ditch.
Right.
Wow, welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
By the way, I'm Linda, sorry.
Hi.
Sorry, yeah,
Cully.
Linda, no,
Hi,
tomorrow. So you flew into Sydney?
Yes.
and
Flew
then
to Sydney.
straight down to the Mega.
Just straight to the Mega.
Yep.
I stayed with one of the organizers of the Mega for a day, and then came down with them, and I've been here since.
Yeah.
So my entire Australian experience so far has been packed full of geocachers because that's the only place I've been. But once this wraps up, I'm going back to Sydney for 6 days.
Right.
Use that as a home base. I've got a couple of got a harbor tour booked. We're going to take a train out to the Blue Mountains and
yes.
take that in.
Yes.
See, I've got a whole list of museums and sites that I want to see down in Sydney. So,
Nice. Fantastic.
Nice.
Shame you can't get to further of Australia because that's only one tiny little piece.
Yes. Well, I mean, much like America, Australia is a very large place, so you
It
sort of
is.
have to take it in small bites.
That's right.
Exactly right.
So you'll have to come back again.
Yes.
Yes. See, there's an excuse. Always an excuse. So you've brought your book along to the OZGeomuster.
Correct.
Now, is there something else you have with your book at all?
So the book that is for sale here is brand new. I have done an updated edition of the original book.
Yes.
Because some things changed at the geocaching website that needed to get updated.
Yes, it did.
I do a lot of these events and get a lot of questions from people, and one of the things that people ask me about a lot is story puzzles. So there's a whole new chapter devoted just to story puzzles that is only available in the updated edition.
Yes.
I went through and rewrote all of the example puzzles that are in there to try to make those a little I have a lot of the Aussies telling me that the puzzles were hard for them because they were north and west.
Yes.
So I went through and wrote some puzzles that have south and east, so that there's a more worldwide example of some of those puzzles in there.
Yes.
A little more comfortable. But right now, this is the only place in the world that it's available. I have
here in Wollongong.
Yeah, here at this event.
At the Mega event.
I have not released it worldwide yet.
Oh, how good is that? So how lucky are we?
Bit of an exclusive
Exactly.
for the people that are here this weekend. Nice.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Now, I stumbled across, you actually published a cache this morning.
I did, yes.
Yes. So you had a like a beginner's sort of seminar this morning?
I'm teaching 2 seminars while I'm here. So we did like what we called the beginner this morning, where I was talking to the people who were gathered about puzzle caches, and I just started with the very, very basics. What is an unknown cache? What can it do? Like, what can we look for? And at the end, gave them kind of a simple puzzle to work through.
Yes.
And once everyone in the room had sort of worked through it, I revealed, and by the way, this is a actual GC that we'll publish in about a half hour.
Yes.
So,
I was actually,
if you came to the class this morning, you had a jump on
on everyone else. I like it. I actually completed it in the field. I was pretty stoked by that. Grabbed some lunch, and I was actually at Botanic Gardens where the pin drop is in Wollongong, and I looked around for the nearest cache because I was doing the labs, and there it was. I'm like, what? This wasn't here before.
Nope.
And then sat there for the next half hour or so working out the actual puzzle.
I
Wasn't too
will
bad.
neither confirm nor deny that there may be another one after the second class tomorrow.
Would it be a bit more difficult?
It will
do you
be
think?
more difficult, yes, because the class tomorrow is the advanced class.
Yes,
so we're going to
yes.
talk about some stuff that's a little more difficult.
Right.
That one might be a little. You may not be able to solve that one in the field.
No,
but,
trust me, because I'm not a puzzle sort of guy. That's that. I don't do. Normally, I don't do puzzles that much. No, tomorrow, however, she likes to do those tricky puzzles. You did one in Canberra, didn't you?
Oh, that was like a multi puzzle.
That was a multi.
It was a multi cache, but it was really a bunch of puzzles. It was I think it was 6 or 7 layers of puzzles.
Through as a multi.
Yeah.
So
right,
yeah.
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 presented as a multi
Yeah.
from years ago.
She messaged
That
me
was
about
fun.
that one, and I looked away. No.
How many years? Oh, God, I can't remember how many months it was unfound.
Yeah,
It's
like
a couple
two
of years or
years,
something.
2 years
Yeah,
unfound.
2 years
Yeah,
unfound.
so
It's
when I get back to
wonderful.
the States,
Mhm.
I'm moving across the country.
Right.
Uh,
So you're in
and
New York at the moment.
I'm in New York at the moment, and I'm moving across to Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been sort of pre-solving some puzzles for my
Oh,
new
of
town and
course.
trying to do that. But there's an 8-year-old FTF available there on a
Oh,
puzzle sitting in my new
8
town.
years old.
Yeah, it's been
FTF.
sitting there for 8 years, and I'm desperately trying to solve that.
Oh, you
puzzle.
haven't solved it yet?
I have not yet.
Oh my goodness! So there you go.
I'm still working on it.
If Cully Long cannot solve this puzzle, then no one can.
I mean, there's a reason it's been sitting there
No.
for 8 years.
True,
so,
true,
okay.
absolutely,
You never know, but
absolutely.
that's number one on my hit list
Yes.
when I get to town.
There is actually still a FTF puzzle down in Melbourne, I do believe. That's been there for about 3 years. So I might hit you up later
Wow.
and buy you a coffee for it if you like.
Hey,
I'm only joking, people. Not really. Well, thank you so much for joining us, mate.
Thank
Anyway, when
Yes,
is the
thank
book
you.
available worldwide?
So I'm really just waiting on a little bit of administrative paperwork.
Mhm.
Really, I'm just waiting for Amazon to get it
Yeah.
listed because it takes 2 or 3 weeks.
Right, right.
But once I check every morning to see if it's
Yep.
available on Amazon
Yep.
yet, as
Yep.
soon as Amazon says yes, I'm gonna publish it on my website and it'll be
Perfect.
available. But I'm estimating right now August 1st.
Okay, yes,
So keep a watch out on my Facebook page,
Yep.
How to Puzzle Cache,
Yep.
Facebook.com/How to Puzzle Cache,
Mm-hmm.
or my Twitter feed, which is H2 Puzzle Cache,
Yep.
the number 2. And I may be making those announcements there when it actually goes live. But I'm
Absolutely.
estimating
Fantastic.
August 1st right now.
Right, absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
So you guys, if you don't have this book, I don't know why, because it has helped me so much. It actually helped me place a few as well because you get some ideas as you flick through. I
That's
think,
right. But
hang on
hold
a
out
second.
from buying any until the 1st of August, or
That's right.
like I said,
Or
follow
you can,
and keep an eye out for when
there's
that's coming.
geostuff.com has been
Ooh.
helping me with this. They're
Yeah.
my distributor here in
In
Oh,
Australia.
fantastic!
Yep.
So they have a few of the new ones.
They will probably have some left over after the event.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
you can check with them and see if they have
There we
any.
Yes,
go.
there you go. Geostuff.com.au, guys. As they know, they are very good friends of the podcast, John and Di. So thanks very much again. Thanks
All
again for
Yes,
joining
thank
us,
you.
Kelly.
Pleasure meeting
Enjoy
you.
the rest
You
of your time. When do
Thanks.
you go to Sydney tomorrow? Did you say, or
Yeah, well,
or-
I'm going to go down to Sydney on Tuesday,
Tuesday,
and
yes.
then I fly out on Saturday. So.
Right. Well, enjoy your
Fantastic.
time in Sydney, and hopefully this weather stays good now.
Yeah, it was beautiful
nice
today.
today.
Yes,
Beautiful,
beautiful
today.
day today.
Absolutely gorgeous. Thanks again, mate.
Awesome,
Thank you.
thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, now
And
we have
yes, who we have now?
something purple.
Something purple.
Something very purple.
Yes.
Yep, come on up,
Is,
guys.
is this the purple cash eater? It is too. There she is. Hello, how's
How
it
are you?
going? Thank you
Nice
for
to meet
joining us. And 3 ferrets as well. I love I love these
They're so
lapels.
handy,
They are
aren't they? Yeah.
so handy. You know,
Yeah.
it's,
That's who you are.
yeah, exactly
I know,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know your name.
That's
but
right. Yeah,
yes.
you wouldn't know otherwise if I didn't have this on.
No.
Like, that's right. Exactly. So you guys here at the event, how long have you been here for?
Oh,
Now?
we got here Friday night.
Friday night. Yep. And you camping or you in the in the lodge which out the one of the lodge rooms
Yeah,
itself.
lodge
Yep.
room.
So tell me about the lodge rooms. Is there six to a room or
There is 6 rooms.
Yeah.
Between
right?
and there's 4 central heating, so we're nice and warm all night.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
Hot
get me
running
started.
water.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got a fridge. I'm camping on site. We've got a fridge. It's called just leaving stuff outside at
Yeah.
night. Like your beers is good. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So how have you enjoyed the event? So is this your first mega? Second for you? Yeah.
Third.
Mega.
Third.
So what are the others you've been to? You've been to
OZGeomuster
18, yeah, last year.
Clearwaters.
And Clearwaters. And so this is your third.
Yeah.
Awesome. And are you guys local or where are you from? Central Coast. So it's probably about a 2-hour drive down here. 3-hour drive. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And what's been your favorite part so far about the muster?
We really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Introduced to all the highlights that I've never been to Wollongong.
Oh, yes.
The
Yes.
road, like that beautiful sea road, and the lookout.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, the Seacliff Bridge.
Yeah, that was it,
That's
yeah,
the one. Yeah,
yeah.
it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, there's some caches that were actually placed on for the purpose of that as well. And I think there's one called like a selfie cliff lookout. Did you guys get that one?
We couldn't get parking.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's the problem though with a weekend in a town like Wollongong. Yeah, it does get busy.
Yeah.
Bald head. Yes, bald head. Yes, yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
bald head.
So,
Oh, awesome. And have you done some lab caches around town as well, or?
yeah, we did the lab caches.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For those that don't know and listening in the podcast and not actually, unfortunately, not making the OZGeomuster, we have 10 lab caches,
Yep.
and it's called Battle of the Labs. So each state itself had its own entry. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. Yep.
We and we had, yeah, well, that's part of, that's part of the area, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you get like a marble in the bag in your Rego packs, and then you can vote by the map here in the Rego room. Now, what I liked about that is you put it in the state in which you like, but you don't know which bottle it goes into.
I've heard they all go into New South Wales, but
You did that. It's not going to be rigged, surely. Surely
No.
it's not rigged. So your favourite was New South Wales?
yeah,
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah.
What did you like? Tell people about the.
It was
what
a
you have to do.
hangman.
Right, right,
Yeah. So,
right. Yeah. Yes.
it's very, very clever. Very
That's
like,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you help me
wow.
make it?
Sorry, no.
No.
No, I wasn't part of it. No,
Okay.
not at all. Not at all. Our good friends are Tattooed Squared. I do
Squared.
believe they're behind you. They're
Yeah.
going to wave. There you go. They're going to wave. Turn around, wave, guys.
Yay.
There you go. They were involved in the creation of
Yeah.
that one as well. And I
Yeah.
do believe Pipes Down Under was the other one.
Yeah.
So between those two geocaches, they come up with that particular cache. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now, which others have you enjoyed of the gadget ones? Because there's a few gadget styles.
Yeah.
Oh, the pond. That was ACT. Yeah, that was an ACT one.
Yeah.
So it was like an old carnival sort of style event. Yes. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Plus.
Plus
yeah.
ducks. Yes, yeah. Well, that was from our ambassador Darkside Dan. He's from an ACT ambassador, and yeah, he did a great job with that.
Yeah.
He really enjoyed, and all those ducks he got from cheap off eBay. I do believe. So yeah, so
Yeah.
that was pretty cool as well.
Yep.
So
Good.
what are you guys doing for the rest of the time that you're here? How long are you here for? Right. Tomorrow morning. Yep.
So
Yep,
we
back
just
up.
we smashed out the lighthouse today.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's really
And
nice.
yeah, lots of walking
Yes.
back and
Yeah.
backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, just heading home tomorrow.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now, did you do all the lab caches? Because there was that zombie one that had 5. You haven't?
Yeah.
You didn't do cataract either? No? So there's another 10? See, so you got so much to do before you go home, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
no
Got our
dramas.
torch ready. Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, we do have some prizes for our guests who come and chat. Linda, you can just grab one out, and also some path tag
Yeah,
each. These are brand.
Got them. Thank you.
Oh, you got the path
Yep,
tags.
Thank you.
Brand new path tags, guys,
Lovely.
here from Geocaching Down Under, with the Bitmojis. They're Bitmojis, aren't they? How good Bitmoji? So very good. Yeah. Grab something each. Which one? There you go. There you go.
Can I grab a booklet? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much.
No dramas at all. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Next up on the podcast, we have how do you pronounce your name? Sorry, Agazo, also known as Ron. Yeah, we try and get these nice and close as possible. You can hold on to it if you like.
It's cool.
That's it. That's the way. So Agazo is normally known as Ron, and Funky Monkey Zone. There we go. And your real name is
Chris.
Chris. There we go. And we have at the back Hadashri Hasha. And you're here because I see this New Zealand Mega 2020. What's going on there? In October next year, from the 23rd to the 26th of October in Auckland, New Zealand. Tell us about it. Go from the start to finish. Now, one question is, it's already mega? Yeah?
It's already mega status, that's right.
Already mega status. Now, it's not published as yet?
No, the cache page is not published yet.
Right.
We do have the GC code and all that. But
Yes, yep.
But what we do have today is a regular web page that
Right.
explains a lot of the things on there, which is nzmega.com.
Yep.
Is that right?
So you go to nzmega.com and that comes a few details.
Tells you a lot of the details that we have now. Of course, it's
Right.
very early, so we don't
Yes.
have a lot of details. Not
Yes.
going to be a day-to-day schedule yet.
Right.
But what we've done is we've picked actually 2020,
Yes.
which is 2 20s in a
Yes.
row, of course. And the 20 is a very special number that year because it'll be 20 years of geocaching.
Yes, it is, of
So
course.
there'll be a lot of celebrations
All
worldwide.
around the world.
Plus
Yep.
we will be tying into that for
Yeah.
during the year and for the Mega.
Right.
And then, of course, in 20 years ago, the first geocache outside of the United States was placed in New Zealand. So that'll be our 20th anniversary
There's
also.
a bombshell. So
There's
there
a
you go.
bombshell. So we got a lot
That's
of
a
20s
bombshell.
there.
So
So we're
the-
capitalizing on that 20 number for our Mega.
Wow. So the very first, what you're saying is, or claiming, the very first geocache placed outside the US of A was in New Zealand.
That's correct.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, there you go. Was that because of the time zone thing? Or?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember whether it's the 11th or the 13th of May, but somewhere around about
Somewhere around
that,
that, right.
just near Rotorua, GC45.
GC45, there it is. Oh, see, if we had you guys got that question right then last night, didn't you? Trivia? Were you here at trivia last night?
Yes.
Yes, and the trivia question said, how many caches were live when geocaching.com began? And the answer was 45.
No, it was
75.
75.
I'm
And,
still getting it wrong. And people wonder why I'm not very good at puzzle caches. This is why people, geez.
That's
I
right, we didn't win either.
I can't remember what I did yesterday.
We were close.
No, that's awesome. So it's tell me a bit more about it. So it's in Auckland.
It's in Auckland.
Yep.
It's actually in Takanini,
Yep.
which is a suburb of Auckland, south
Right.
of the city.
Yes.
It's actually very close to the airport, so it'll be very convenient for anybody who's
Oh.
flying in
Yes.
from overseas or from
Yep.
other parts of New Zealand.
Right.
And it is actually the Labor Day weekend, so that's a
So it's a
good
long
time.
weekend for you
Long
guys.
weekend for
That's
yeah,
good.
plenty
That's
of time
good.
for people to come in,
Yes.
see the thing, and still be able to fly back or go back home if they drive,
Yep.
and get back to work on time for
For,
Tuesday.
for their normal, their real
What
jobs,
is-
unfortunately.
Tell me what day is the work day? I don't know anymore.
Exactly. Now I see the GC code, guys. GC8. Ready for this? 7777. Now, how did you pick that? You can't pick GC codes. How did you come? Jeez, what happened there? Tell me, is it just magic? Like, oh,
Top secret, baby.
top secret magic. Look at that. Yes.
A lot of clicking.
So, click delete, click archive. Oh, that looks good.
Yes,
Pretty much.
No, it is an awesome job, and of course across the ditch, you guys, you've had a few megas over the time, but then now HQ have actually changed the mega status for New Zealand and Australia, I do believe, to 300 wheel 10s, which is pretty cool. But either way, you guys are automatic mega.
Mhm.
So guys, get down there, Auckland 2020 on the 23rd to 26th of October next year, and pretty much you can go to HQ and do that in August. You got September, October. You got 2 months break before you hit New Zealand. So yeah, yep, exactly. Any plans you can reveal? That's
Well,
gonna happen?
two things that we're going to
Yeah,
emphasize
Yeah,
is international cashers,
Mm-hmm.
because we're expecting with a good year in advance that we're going to
Yeah.
get out to a lot of international countries
Exactly.
like Germany and
yep,
whatnot,
yep.
the United States, and
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
hoping to get a lot of people to come for that. So
Mhm.
a lot of people say, I've always wanted to go to New Zealand, but
Yeah,
don't have a reason. This will give them the reason.
that's right.
So then we're going to cater to them with events that will be specifically for international to welcome them,
Yes,
maybe team them up with people to show them around if they don't know where they're going. that
right,
sort of
right.
thing.
Yeah,
So that's kind of number one on our list. The second thing is we've had a lot of people give us feedback that there's not enough things for kids to do.
right.
So we're really working hard on a kids program
Yes.
with activities for them to do during the day.
Mhm.
Things that they can do maybe around town that's outside of geocaching, but they
Yep.
would keep their attention.
That's
Skate
right.
parks or theme parks and things like that. they would go to.
Exactly.
So we're trying to really get those kind of things set right now,
Mhm.
which we can do in advance
Yes.
of the mega, just so that the people say, I want to come, but my kids won't have anything to do. We will have,
That's right.
here's a good list of things
That's
that
right.
they might be able to
Exactly.
do.
Exactly.
Keep their attention.
And I suppose the best thing you can do as well is actually learn from other different styles of megas, because you've hosted a mega in the past. Is that correct, or was it you? You
I
hosted.
have.
Yeah.
I have.
What was that mega? Was that New
That was the
Zealand?
2013.
2013.
Mega, yep.
Yeah, and was that New Zealand's first?
No, it's the second.
Second one.
Yeah, the first
yes.
one's in 2012,
Right.
Dunedin,
Yes, that's
and
right.
then we followed up in 2013.
Oh, okay. Yep. And that went really well.
Went super well.
That's
yeah,
right. Yep. Awesome. Because I did 3 years ago. There was a New Zealand mega over there. And I flew over there for that one as well. So I love New Zealand. Seriously, guys, if you're in Australia and you haven't cashed in New Zealand, let me tell you this: you can put your hand anywhere. I mean, within reason. But you know, like you can if it's under a stump, under a pile of rocks, you don't have to kick it with your foot or a stick or anything. Seriously, they got no snakes, no spiders. That's it. It's nothing's going to hurt you. The worst thing they have is possums, I do believe.
Yes. Yes.
And a good possum for you guys is a flat one. Is that right? I've heard that before. Why they say that though, just to reiterate, the reason why they say that is because the possums over there are actually harming their vegetation,
Yes.
and because they've got no threats. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us.
I'll be looking at coming over for sure, absolutely. In October, 2020, and GC 87777. That is a great GC code, guys. So well done on that. Before you go though, is there anything else that you want to announce at all about the Mega for next year in Auckland? You pretty much said it so
Just
far.
stay tuned. There'll be
Stay
more and
tuned.
more things coming as we plan more and more.
And
things.
make sure can they actually follow you? You got a Facebook page or?
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
We will have a Facebook page soon. The person in charge is here, and she's going to have
right.
it set up when we get back to New
Yes.
Zealand.
Perfect.
So the website's there. We're adding to it all the time.
Website is again
nzmega.com.
nzmega.com, not .nz.
Oh, .co.nz works as well.
Okay, so they both work. So either. So there you have it, guys. nzmega.com. nzmega.com. That's where it is. Is there a subscriber page on there or anything?
There's an email sign up, so you
Yes.
can subscribe to email, and we'll
Perfect.
send out updates every now and again. We won't
Yep.
spam you, but we'll
Yep.
send out the odd update.
That's right, and that's what you need. And that's what you need to start. And then as soon as it goes live, that GC page, make sure you get your will attends in. Make sure you plan your trips and get started. And I'm sure these guys are happy to answer any of your questions. And you've got a contact list there on your webpage. It's all sorted. So awesome. Very good.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us,
Thank you very
guys. Enjoy the rest of the Mega. How long are
Thank
you here
you.
for? Thank you.
We're here till Wednesday.
Till Wednesday? Oh, nice. Well, hopefully it stays nice and dry for the rest of the time as well. Awesome. Thank you.
Now, if there is anybody hanging around the
Anyone
Mega
else?
site who is listening in right now, please feel free to come on up and say g'day
We have about
to us
we have
and
about
our
10 minutes
viewers.
left.
Yes, and we actually have some more visitors
Oh,
here
I
right
knew- I
now
knew we
coming
would.
on in.
There we go.
We have a few of them.
Look at it.
So-
Yeah, go on.
Squidge over, guys. We've got room for
That's
more,
the
a
way.
couple more, and we just need to be able to lift up the microphone and talk into it when you guys talk, right?
There we go. So we have three quarters of tattooed square here. How you going, guys?
Good.
Good. That's good. This year, how many megas have you been to so far?
Third.
Third mega. Now, hang on a second. How many podcasts have you been on before?
Zero. This
Oh.
is
That
our
one's too
first
scared.
time.
No, you've been on one before in Canberra.
This is
Yeah.
That one's too scared.
that part of Tattoo Square
Oh.
is too
So
scared.
the final quarter is too scared to get on the
He
Yes.
is.
on the microphone.
And you know what though, and he shouldn't be because he's a handsome man. Let's be honest, he is a handsome
Yeah.
man. So he could be on. Now you guys did the ambassadors for this event.
Yes.
Yeah, how did that come about, and how's it been in the lead up to this event?
We have no idea how it came about. No idea. We
Yes.
just were nominated by someone.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
idea who. And yeah, we just
Just said and
said
that's it.
okay.
Yep.
Sure.
What do we have to
What
do?
do we do? Tell us what we do.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we held an event in Port Macquarie, which
Yes.
was good, and it was our first event actually.
Right, yep.
And yeah,
First event as a geocacher.
yeah, first event as a
Oh,
geocacher.
so how long you guys been caching for now?
We
Uh,
started in
2 years.
July 2017.
July
Yeah,
tw-
about
oh,
2
okay.
years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2
awesome,
years.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was our first event.
And what numbers are we looking at? Because I know these guys. What numbers do you like? What numbers are you up to at the moment? How many
About
signs?
570 something.
500 something.
570 something.
That's
Even without
awesome.
names.
500 and
names.
something. It's 500. And how many megas have you been to though?
As
This
our
is yeah,
our
second.
this is your second as
yeah.
you guys, but with
Yeah.
mum and dad, how many have you been to?
Three.
3 total. Look at that. How lucky are you guys? So that means you've travelled everywhere. You've travelled everywhere. You travelled all over New South Wales, ACT.
We've even been one state more than Dad.
Oh,
Yes, their grandparents took
Yeah.
them to Western Australia, and they
Oh.
deliberately went and found a
Oh.
geocache, and they recorded it and sent it to Dad. So
That-
that
Yeah.
so they actually have the Western Australia souvenir, and So as Keytat and Viper 101,
That
they
is-
have that, and
but
Tattoo Squared
Tattoos
actually doesn't have
Oh, look at Dad's dirty. Look at his face over there.
Yes,
That's awesome.
yes.
That's awesome. So you guys were obviously involved in the gadget cache here, or the lab cache
that. Yes.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
How did that come about?
We put out the call
Mhm.
to anyone in New South Wales who was interested in
Yeah.
helping us. We did not get a lot of responses,
Yeah.
and thankfully, Pipes Down Under
yes.
did. He had a really great idea,
Yes. yes.
and yeah, he did what he did, and
That's right.
yep, performed some magic, and yeah,
it is
it's great.
a really cool cache.
Hangman.
It is.
It is a hangman. Yeah.
Hangman, yeah.
Did you know how to do it? Did you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it changes words every time.
Yeah,
so that's why it's
changes
hard.
words.
It does
every-
actually. Yes.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow. So he's so he does. That's a great job. So therefore, then people can't sort of cheat it, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, we're not
yeah.
supposed to be able to. It's been funny actually because we stayed down there for a good couple of hours yesterday when they
Yes.
were first released,
Yep.
and people just could not get it because there's a 3-letter one which is
Yes.
Oh, I know what it-
GPS.
Yeah, GPS.
And no one,
Well, yeah.
no one had any idea
That's
because
because
there's
it's
no
no vowels.
vowels. There's
That's
nothing
right.
in it.
I like it.
And
I like
after
it.
the lady who was doing the GPS one said, that's not a
A
word,
word.
but it's a geocaching abbreviation, so we're cool.
That's right. I love your work. I love it.
Yeah.
So, what's been your favourite part about the Mega so far for you guys? Did you go to this thing called a Puggle Club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like? What did you do? I
Yeah,
wasn't allowed to
we-
go.
We made these.
What they? So what's that? That's what?
Tattersalls love caching.
Oh, and what do you call those beads? It's like a beaded.
Yeah.
beads.
Yeah, beads and
yeah.
stuff.
I made a
on line.
bracelet and
Yep.
and it has a fake Jason.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you could actually attach that to a trackable, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and put it out. That'd be cool.
I attached it to my
Oh,
little
to your
thing
lanyard.
here.
Yes, yes, yes. And how do you like those lanyards? They're cool, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really cool.
They
They were
are.
originally made for swag.
Oh, your bracelets and that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, trackable's cool because that means it's your name on it. That's awesome. And what else happened at Puggle Club? Anything else? What else did you guys do?
Yeah, we played a few games
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, a few games outside.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you enjoyed the whole time?
Yeah.
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 They
We
got,
taught a
got
few
food,
games.
so of course
Yeah,
they enjoyed it.
Yeah, us two
Taught
taught
a game each.
a game each.
Mm.
She taught Mafia and I taught Go Bananas.
Oh, did you?
yeah.
Mafia is the best.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And so when do you guys leave, Mum?
We're not leaving
Tuesday.
till Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Because tomorrow night we have Geocaches Got Talent.
Yes.
Is on now.
Yeah.
Now I do believe actually Dad's performing something of that. Is that right, Mr. Tats? No, you're not performing anything in Geocaches Got Talent. Something about a mankini or something. I don't know. Anyway.
I heard it was going to be the song Tequila.
Yeah. Oh yes. How good is that? You know what? That is my go-to karaoke song for myself. Yeah. Tequila. That's it.
Yeah,
End of story. Exactly.
it.
Exactly. All right, guys. Guess what? You get to pick a prize now for coming and saying good day. There you go. You grab that one. There's some trackables there. There you go. There's some logbooks there. There's a torch and yeah, that's UV torch. You need it. You need to use your torch. There you go. Sick. I didn't see that. He says that's sick. Yeah. All right, guys. And you know what? Dad misses out because he didn't come over chat. Mum, yeah, mum gets one as well. Mum gets one.
Dad doesn't.
Dad doesn't. Yep. Just like Dad missed out on WA. So.
Yeah.
If you hear him,
And there we go. That's a little bison.
Ooh, yeah,
That's a
I might
really
take
cute
little
bison.
bison.
Yeah,
Like
Pete
it.
Prass would love that when you hit it.
He
like-
will. I'll make sure. I might call
After-
it Mini Peter.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mini
yeah.
Peter. Exactly right. And make sure he has to walk to that one and
Yeah.
not drive to it.
Or
It doesn't
use
matter
the
where
mountain
I'm
bike.
fighting. He finds these. He
He
finds,
finds tracks to go through, or
Yes.
just makes his own, I dare say. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, for coming in, guys, and having a chat. Enjoy the rest of your time here, and we'll chat around later after the show.
Thank
yeah.
you for having us.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome, buddy.
you.
Anytime.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks so much.
bye.
Next up on the
Oh
show.
yes, we've got some more people.
Yes, we do.
in
Come
the
on over,
house.
guys. Come over.
Canberra.
From Canberra.
Alright.
Canberra.
Unfortunately, we only got 2 seats here at the moment. So if the third person wants to kneel down, you'll get in the shot.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm about the same height anyway, so it works out well.
No, that's all right. Yeah, and that sounds actually not too bad there. That's all good. If you leave, you'd have to log into them and go from there. Perfect.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Awesome. So
Hello.
we will make a start. We have Kitty Catch. We have. You haven't got your lanyards out. You haven't got lanyards out. There we go. JM383 and Julie all from the ACT. Now, are you on site? Are you staying on site?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
bunk
lodge buddies.
Oh,
bunk
how cute
buddies.
is that? Lodge buddies. How's it been in the lodges? I mean, I've been on camping, so I don't do the lodge thing. So how has it been in the lodges?
Well, it's bunk beds, but there's only 3 of us in there, so
Yeah.
we've all got the bottom bunk.
Oh, so you don't have
So-
to climb. That's all right.
No, that's
Yeah.
great.
And the
yes.
beds are comfy enough?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, yeah. Trust me. Trust me, better than camping.
Yeah, a bit
Now-
warmer too.
Yes.
Warm up, please. You're from the ACT. You're used to these temperatures.
I don't know what these two.
So how many megas have you guys been to?
This is my 5th.
Fifth?
I get to pick up a challenge from Parkville.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you
because
do.
it's
That's
5
right.
megas,
5
yeah.
megas. So
So-
Julie's on 5. Kitty Catch is on
I don't know, 12 or 13.
megas.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's been overseas.
Of course.
She's
of
a goer.
course. And JM,
this is only my second one.
the second mega as well. That's
yeah.
pretty cool. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. That's all right there. Everything's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, so you've been to a few megas, as all individuals and stuff. What's different, do you think, about this one? Anything different compared to the others at all, or are they same?
We had a lot of problems with the lab.
Yeah.
But you know what really impressed me, especially yesterday, was how much help everyone was helping everyone to try and
Yes.
solve the thing. Oh, delete this, uninstall that, try this. Oh, it was wonderful.
Yes. Yes, yeah, you know exactly right. I mean, we had that issue in the beginning of the get go on Friday. We had no clue what the workaround, so that's pretty cool. So the lab caches, there's been what 35, I do believe, out and about. So out over 4 different styles. So which has been your favorite lab style?
The zombie one, I think. They put a lot of effort into all the props.
Yes.
And I like zombies.
And then
I thought the gong one was fantastic
Mhm.
because his stunning scene.
It is. It was.
So it was fabulous.
Yes.
I do like because it's my first time doing the scope
Mhm.
of Wollongong.
Yeah.
So it was wonderful.
Oh, good, good. And I do believe that, see, again, that's what geocaching does. It actually takes you to the good places to see.
And you get a few around. We did Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, I did that for my 1000th find, actually. What did you guys think of that?
That was
We thought
great.
it was great.
Yeah. But you did it together, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did it by myself.
Oh.
So that was a bit
Spooky.
darker. It was
It
spooky.
was like the ape cache, right?
Yes, yeah, very similar to. You could, except you could still see a little bit of a pinpoint light
Yeah,
out the end of
yeah.
the tunnel, so you couldn't get claustrophobic too bad.
We came last week to get the Lighthouse series puzzle so
Oh,
that we
yes.
could be a little bit more relaxed this weekend.
Yes, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
that's an advantage being in Canberra.
Yes, that's right, that's right. And that's I've found with other local geocaches around the area, they say they've enjoyed this mega more because they don't have to run around to do it. They've already done their areas and they can just concentrate on the labs and the fun stuff of the better mega. So that's pretty cool. So what else have you guys been up to in terms of geocaching around the area? So all the labs done, all the
Done
the
labs,
lighthouse.
meeting of people.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yep, yep.
Meeting people that our lodge buddies, not our bunk buddies, our lodge buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
We've met a few different people. So
That's pretty
been
cool.
great.
Yes.
Jonesy's going home tomorrow.
Home
But
tomorrow.
we're home Tuesday, so we're going to concentrate on Fizzy and Jasma caches in the area.
Right, right. Yep, yep. And the Ozma as well.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
would've
the
got that.
Ozma.
Of course, the Ozma.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
that's one reason it was Dark Side of the Moon.
Yes, it is. It is. That's a
Very
good
old
year. It's
And
an
the
old one.
the ones up at Collowvale, we picked up the tunnel and the hilltop
The hilltop.
multi up
Yes.
there.
Yep.
June
That
2001.
was
Yep.
fantastic.
They're good as well.
It was
Yeah.
just a nice one.
It
Big,
is.
large cache and
Mhm.
a multi and a June 2001.
Yeah.
And a nice walk.
Yeah, exactly right. And you know what? And have you found Wollongong as a town to cash in so far for the weekend? I mean, we had some rain on Friday, and we've had some rain overnight each time, but like today was brilliant.
Yeah.
Today at
Beautiful.
Wollongong
Down
turned
at
it
the
on.
lighthouse today. was
Yes, it was.
I think it's
Yes,
parking
yep.
is a bit of a problem.
Yes, it is.
But oh my god, the scenery.
Yes.
It's just been stunning. Just being able to go up to the lookouts,
Mhm.
doing the Don lab caches.
Yes, yes.
But also like getting a few other caches while we were being in the area.
Mm-hmm.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like I just only think this is my second time
In the gong.
in the Gong.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Catherine here, she lived here.
I lived here for
Yes,
a while.
yes,
long
you
time
did.
ago.
You did a while ago, but obviously the new caches would have been out before then.
No.
Well, that was like 30 years ago.
That's right. So we're talking like, yeah, we're talking a long time ago.
While ago.
Oh, so basically you're saying you were born here and then you moved.
Ah.
So, See, don't worry. I'll ask for a puzzle, quiz later, so that's all good. I'll get one off you from Canberra.
You know what's been really great is having Cully Long here and being able to meet him.
It is.
His seminar this morning was great.
Yep. And you're going to a seminar tomorrow as well?
Yeah, we're hoping we'll be able to keep up.
That's the advanced seminar.
And don't forget my Cache Tour seminar tomorrow afternoon.
That's right. It is. Tell us about that.
So I'm the Australian ambassador for Cache Tour apps. So I'm giving one at 5 o'clock. I've got some notes to hand out for anybody that's attending.
Awesome.
Hopefully enough, and take people through the basics of using the application for your road trip and cache planning.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Quick plug for them. What's the website for that?
Cache Tour, CACHETUR.NO.
.no. There you go, guys, and the links, all that sort of stuff will be in the description of the YouTube hangout. So what time is that on tomorrow? That seminar.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Oh, good. Oh, that's prime time.
So leading into the wonderful talent show.
Oh, it is too. Yes, the Geocaching Got Talent. Now, I do. Did you ladies have something last year? No, last year. Did you do last year? No, I thought you guys did something last year.
We were going to, but they pulled out.
Oh, so do you have something this year then? Because you had 12 months to plan it.
I'm not going to go up by myself, and nobody will come.
Oh, but your lovely husband did something last year.
He
He did, and he's doing something this year.
No, he's not here. I left him. He's not listening. I left you at home. You get in the way of my geocaching. He says it's time to go home. I'm like,
No, we haven't finished yet. It's only good to see you guys. So thank you so much for joining us tonight as well, and enjoy the rest of your time that you're here. It's only one more day basically until it's all said and done. So we've had a blast, and Linda, where she is? No, tomorrow we've had a blast here, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. She comes in for a little bit. So you guys, here you go. You got a path tag each. Oh, you've got them there. Awesome. And grab a little gift to yourself as well. There's some trackers there, logbooks, some pencils, and whatnot. So grab one of those. Yeah, grab one for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love your podcast. Yeah, we always get together. We get together.
Exactly right. And we'll discuss. We're going to discuss with that.
That's right. Where is my Chinese and wine, people?
Yeah. We make it a monthly date to get together to listen.
Yes. And we'll be discussing that a little bit further on in the next few months about a very special thing that's going to happen with the Geocaching Downunder podcast. And that idea was stemmed purely from the ACT. Oh, and you guys. So you guys get a special mention on what's going to happen and make a little inside tip prior to. So come and see me after the show. And we'll pick your brains as well. So yes, thank you so much for joining us, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your time that you're here, and have fun.
Thanks for the show, Craig. We really
Thank
enjoy
you.
it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Look at that. Shake hands. Exactly right. Exactly. All right. Yeah, grab something. Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
Yep. Another travel bug. All right.
Grab
Now,
one,
if you want to just grab these.
What are these? These
I
are
just
our
wanted
path
to
tags.
say, there's a lot of people here are getting pass tags, and some people watching online want them, but they can't get them. Do you
that's
want to
right.
just hold one of these up to the camera for us?
Yes.
And show people what we've got.
If I don't know if it's actually gonna.
Yeah, it's not really working.
No.
But yes, we have these path tags.
We do.
And you can get them by
Oh,
Patreon.
you keep going. I had no clue then into the lead on. So
Patreon.
That's right.
If you would like one of these lovely new path tags that we have.
Yes, that's right. We have Patreon, guys. Go to Patreon, patreon.com. It is just .com /downunder. No, geocaching. Well, I can't. I'm
Geocaching Downunder.
Geocaching Downunder, isn't it?
You
Yeah.
can just look it up, can you?
Yeah,
and
you
find
can
us?
just look it up. So go.
Have a picture with it?
Yeah, the
So
whole
I'll
lot.
see
So
it.
go to
I'll know.
patreon.com /geocaching down under, the exact link itself, and you will find that we have 3 different tier levels. We have a $1 level. Look at that. We have a $1 level $1 a month. We have $3 a month and $5 a month. Now, for those different levels, you have different parts that we have for you in terms of gifts and prizes and little things that no one else hears and sees. No tomorrow. What's that
Ooh,
about?
That's correct.
Is that
Yeah.
we're doing little
So
clips?
if you're a Patreon, you actually get to have special extra features and
Yes.
things from us.
Exactly.
On the podcast.
Exactly.
That other people don't normally get.
No, that no one else can even
one
hear
else
or
will.
see.
Yeah.
Only links will
Nope.
be in the Patreon feed. So you
Yeah.
must become a Patreon for those special links as well. So awesome. Now we will have, say, one more thing as well. The month of July, just 2019.
Okay, that's this month.
This month. Yeah, this
Yes,
month.
correct.
What are we doing for all new Patreons?
For all new Patreons for this month,
For this
if
month
you
only?
subscribe
Yep.
in the month of July, before the last date, including the last date of July,
Yep.
you will get 3 path tags.
That's right. 3.
Instead of just 1.
Yes.
That's
So
only this month, though, in July 2019, not
Yep.
2020.
no, not for the other. If you're listening to this in a replay, like years down the track.
That's right.
No, don't come hunting for these path tags. So
No.
it's a geocaching down under path tag. I'll give one of my See My Shell path tags, and you get
I'll
a
be giving mine.
No Tomorrow
The No
one.
Tomorrow one.
Yours are very, very special. I mean, like
My one's actually like the special little pins. So
It
mine
is.
is supposed to hold in your hands, like
Mhm.
Tomorrowland
yes.
has this pin, and you hold it in your hand, and you get like a glimpse of like a possible future type thing.
Right.
And mine is you hold in your hand, and you can get to experience your present moment.
Oh.
So how amazing is that?
So you get to
Pretty
experience
special.
exactly right. So hold it in your hand, take a deep breath, and you're
get to-
experiencing what you are
Whoa.
experiencing right there and then, whatever
That's
it might
right,
be.
your present moment.
You don't have to do anything else. You, have
Pretty
to,
cool, hey?
you don't have to do like that virtual that we did the other day around that tree, where you have to turn around,
Oh,
circle
what?
3 times,
Walk
then walk
backward
backwards and
make
say,
a wish.
make a wish. Yeah, that
Don't
one.
tell anyone.
That's right, all that.
Do you want to hear what my wish was?
Yeah. Tell
Well,
me.
you don't- I can't tell you.
Well,
so
yeah,
there.
you can. Yeah, you can.
I may not have walked around the tree.
So it didn't matter what you wish for because it won't come through
That's
anyway. So
right.
there you go. All right, guys, there you have it. A big thank you to the OZGeomuster team for all their help with this event. It's been a great time. We still have one more day to go.
Yes, correct.
And
And talent show tomorrow night.
Talent show. I'm looking forward to
Yes.
the talent show tomorrow night
Yep,
and
Monday night.
seeing how we go from there. So
Yep.
that's pretty cool. And as I'm looking behind you, and we have people in pirate hats, and it's a great event. It's so much fun. This event. I've met so many different people,
Yep.
all walks of life.
Yep.
Everyone's got a smile on their face.
Yes.
Yeah, and even in the rain, people are still smiling and happy, and that's what I love about geocaching in general.
Yep. And I am just going to take a hold of this camera because it's about time you got some
Oh no,
camera
you don't
time.
want this ugly head on camera. No. You want to hold it up a little bit because you just on just the belly. Get rid of
You
the
see it
belly.
yet?
That's it. That's much better because then it's actually, what do you call it? The defibrillator, which is what I might need soon. So, all
we
right,
go.
guys, we're going to leave it there. We're going to end the podcast.
End the podcast.
End the podcast. Yeah, we'll end it. Yeah, that's it. All done. All said and done. Do you have anything else to say?
I
MT?
don't. No, I've
No,
got
not
two
at all.
microphones going on.
You do. You like you only
I
got.
can't even get you on the camera.
How
This is
can you
ridiculous.
hold 2 microphones with one hand? Anyway, that's another podcast. Story for another
Maybe not.
podcast. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Enjoy your time. No tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you going to do and tell everyone else what they should do?
But go outside and play.
That's
of
right,
course.
guys. Exactly. So this is See My Shells and No Tomorrow from the Geocaching Downunder Team. We're over and out. You know, some people hate that. Some people really hate that.
Like me.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Bad luck.